The aroma of cardamom and cloves hung heavy in the air. It wafted from the small, bustling kitchen of Ustad Kalu, the most celebrated chef in the ancient city of Lucknow. Ustad Kalu was known for his magical touch with spices and his ability to transform simple ingredients into culinary masterpieces. His biryani was legendary, a symphony of flavors that danced on the palate. People traveled from far and wide to taste his creations, each dish a testament to his love for food and his city. But fate, as it often does, had other plans. Ustad Kalu passed away unexpectedly, leaving behind a legacy of culinary brilliance and a small, worn-out bag of silver coins. He entrusted his only apprentice, young Asad, with his recipes and the responsibility of upholding his name. Asad, though inexperienced, was determined to honor his Ustad's memory. He knew the weight of expectations that rested on his young shoulders. Asad missed his Ustad dearly. He remembered the countless hours spent learning the intricacies of each spice, the perfect blend of flavors, the rhythmic dance of cooking. Ustad Kalu had not only taught him the art of cooking, but also instilled in him the values of honesty, humility, and respect for tradition. Asad vowed to keep his Ustad's spirit alive through his cooking. He would strive to recreate the magic that Ustad Kalu brought to every dish. The silver coins were Ustad Kalu's savings, meant for Asad's future. Asad planned to use the money to keep the legacy of Ustad Kalu alive. He would use the money to open a grand restaurant. It would be a fitting tribute to his Ustad. Asad held the bag of coins. It felt heavy in his hands. This was Ustad Kalu's life savings. He was to use it wisely. He started making plans. He would need a bigger kitchen, more staff, and the finest ingredients. But there was a problem. A big problem. Bakar Ali, the cunning moneylender, approached Asad. Bakar Ali was a sly man, known for his predatory lending practices and his knack for sniffing out opportunities. He offered to lend Asad the money to expand his kitchen. He promised easy repayment terms. Asad was torn. He knew Bakar Ali's reputation, but he also knew he needed the money. Asad confided in his childhood friend Basheer. Basheer was a shrewd judge of character. He didn't trust Bakar Ali. He warned Asad. He told him Bakar Ali's promises were hollow. He would trap Asad in a cycle of debt. But Asad, blinded by his ambition, ignored his friend's warnings. He accepted Bakar Ali's offer. He was desperate to make his dream a reality. Days turned into weeks. Asad poured all his energy into preparing for the grand opening. He bought new pots and pans. He hired assistants. He even managed to procure rare spices from distant lands. He was determined to make his restaurant a success. He would make Ustad Kalu proud. One day, a messenger arrived at Asad's doorstep. He carried a royal invitation. The Nawab of Lucknow was hosting a grand feast. He was celebrating his birthday. He had heard of Ustad Kalu's legendary biryani. He demanded Asad prepare it for his special day. It was a great honor, but also a daunting challenge. The Nawab was known for his lavish parties and his discerning palate. His birthday feast was the talk of the town. The entire city was abuzz with anticipation. For Asad, it was a chance to prove himself. He could showcase his skills. He could honor Ustad Kalu's legacy. But he knew the stakes were high. Failure was not an option. Asad immersed himself in the preparations. He carefully selected the finest ingredients. He marinated the meat in a secret blend of yogurt, spices, and saffron. He soaked the rice in rosewater and kira essence. The air in the kitchen was thick with the aroma of tradition and anticipation. Asad worked tirelessly, driven by the desire to honor his Ustad's memory. The day of the feast arrived. The entire city was decked up in finery. The Nawab's palace was illuminated with 1,000 lamps. Asad and his team arrived at the palace. They carried with them the aroma of the special biryani. Asad could feel his heart pounding in his chest. It was the moment of truth. Asad began setting up the kitchen. He arranged his pots and pans, meticulously laying out the ingredients. But as he reached for Ustad Kalu's bag of coins, his heart sank. It was empty. The coins were gone. He searched frantically, but they were nowhere to be found. Panic surged through him. Bakar Ali chose that precise moment to appear, feigning concern. He inquired about Asad's distress. Asad, his voice trembling with anger and fear, confronted him. He demanded to know the whereabouts of his coins. Bakar Ali merely smiled, a cruel, knowing smile. He revealed that he had added a clause in their agreement. As collateral, he had taken possession of Ustad Kalu's coins. Asad was devastated. He had been tricked. He had lost everything. His dream of opening a restaurant, his Ustad's legacy, all gone. He felt a wave of despair wash over him. His eyes welled up, a lump forming in his throat. He didn't know what to do. Bakar Ali, relishing Asad's misery, offered him a way out. He proposed a wicked deal. He told Asad to deliberately ruin the Nawab's feast. In return, he would return the coins and even give Asad additional money. Asad was horrified. He would never dishonor his Ustad's memory. He refused outright. He would find another way. Asad stood alone in the palace kitchen, feeling lost and defeated. He looked at the array of ingredients before him and thought of his Ustad. He remembered his words. Food is not just about sustenance, Asad. It's about love, tradition, and the blessings of our ancestors. A wave of determination washed over him. He would prepare the biryani. He would honor his Ustad. He would not let Bakar Ali win. Asad started cooking. But as he worked, he felt a strange presence in the kitchen. A gentle breeze seemed to waft through the room, carrying with it the familiar scent of sandalwood and cardamom, the scent of his Ustad. He could almost hear his Ustad's voice guiding him, whispering the secret to the perfect biryani. Asad continued cooking, his hands moving with a newfound confidence. He added the spices one by one, their aroma filling the kitchen. He layered the rice and meat, his movements precise and rhythmic. He felt a strange sense of peace. It was as if his Ustad was there with him, guiding his every move. The aroma of the biryani wafted through the palace, reaching the Nawab's private chambers. The Nawab, intrigued by the intoxicating scent, stepped into the kitchen. He watched in amazement as Asad, his face glowing with concentration, stirred the pot with an almost otherworldly grace.